Loud. Hi, I am starting my Overwhelm lecture, which is mindfulness and emotional intelligence tools on how you can cultivate resilience and peace in your life. And it's always coming back to peace. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today on Zoom. I'm very excited to specifically share with you some of these powerful tools that come directly from the Stanford course. And what I did was I picked out tools that are really great with overcoming overwhelm, because I think that no matter what industry you're in, and whether you're a mother at home dealing with your work-life balance, or you're dealing with professional issues, or whatever it is in your life that's stressing you, we are all dealing with this overwhelming stress, right? And so the tools that I'm going to teach you today are universal. They can be used in any moment, in any time, day or night, and they're very practical. They're easy to use, and I pulled them out of the course so you could specifically get a little taste of what it is for yourself. And whether you decide you want to take the full 8-week course, which is once a week for about an hour and 15 minutes on Zoom for 8 weeks, you could start using these tools right away, and you can implement them immediately into your work life and into your home life. So what I would like you to do is invite you first and foremost to turn off any distractions, close your door, turn off the internet, put your phone on mute, and anything you're searching or Googling, just let everything else go and be here for yourself right now, so that you are honoring and taking this short period of time out for yourself for self-care. And I want you to get everything that you can possibly get out of this hour today to move through your life with more peace of mind and balance and clarity. Don't worry about taking any notes. I'm going to be recording the session, so you could always go back and review these tools. And I'm also going to gift you with this PowerPoint. I'll send it to you so you can go back and review it. Just simply be here with me now. So let's talk about resilience. And I believe that when we overcome our overwhelming feelings, what we're really doing is we're building our own resilience. So what is resilience? The dictionary says it's the capacity to recover quickly from your difficulties, a toughness, the ability of a substance or an object or a person to spring back into shape, and having elasticity. What I really love about this course is that you receive practical tools to manage when that fear comes up, when that anxiety and overwhelm comes up. You'll always have it in you now to access a next level of innovation and creativity and clarity, to live your life both at work and at home with a whole renewed peace of mind. So this is the sober truth. There's more stress in our world and after COVID-19 than there's ever been before. And we're faced with this challenge of having to do more with so much less, right? And we're often short-staffed. We have many more responsibilities, and we're all rising to this occasion. But that can lead to sleepless nights. It leads to overwhelm and to burnout, depression, and anxiety. So this course gives you tools to manage your mental wellness and your well-being in your home life and in your work life. And all these tools are the best gift you can give yourself. So the antidote to overwhelm is action. So get into the present moment. The present moment is where peace lives. So I want to ask you all to think in your mind right here, right now, even if outside of the four walls, if your life is a complete stressful mess, just right here and right now, are you okay? Yes or no? Just answer it in your head. In this moment, are you safe? Yes or no? Right? So the present moment, right here and right now, that's where peace lives. When we get out of the present moment and we come up here, up into our heads, that's when we start worrying, right? We go into the future and we start worrying. And what does that bring up? It brings up your emotions of fear and anxiety. It's stuff that you can't control. Sometimes we go up into our heads and we go into the past, and then we begin to regret. I should have done this and I should have done that. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. And we just beat ourselves up. And that often brings up emotions of sadness, frustration, guilt, and shame. And if we're walking around without any awareness that this is what we're actually doing to ourselves all day long, then all day long we're unaware and we're on this hamster wheel, worrying, just worrying about the future, regretting the past, right? And we're sending out there these emotions of sadness, anger, depression, guilt, and shame. And there's no room for us to come and bring forth our very best, right? Our most creative selves, our innovative selves. And we don't have peace of mind. We are not present with our families. And so we have to understand that right here and right now in the present moment is actually all that really exists, right? Because the future, it hasn't happened yet, and the past is over. It's really only in this moment. In this moment is where peace lives. Now, of course, we need to look into the future to plan, to strategize, and to think about how we're going to handle different things that may arise. But when we're doing all that planning and strategizing, is it peppered with fear and anxiety and worry? Or are we in the moment planning and strategizing with clarity and creativity? That is the distinction that I want to teach you today, that I want you to always carry from today on in your mind. That's the distinction. So when I'm coaching my clients to still remain looking into the future, because we need to look at things differently and we need to show up differently. We need to think on our feet right now, but how can we do that? How can we do that without the worry and the fear? How can we let go of the regret and the guilt that we should have done that? We should have done it differently. It's using mindfulness that can get us into the present moment where peace always lives, so that we are most effective and we could be in the moment at work and at home. So here are the tools. This is tool number 1. There's some really easy and practical tools that I'm going to share with you. And again, you're going to have this recording, so don't worry. And you're going to have the PowerPoint. So just be here with me right here and right now. You don't have to take any notes. I got you. And if you start to feel, right, that obsessive thinking that's going on, and you're worried about the future, right? How are we going to solve this problem? How am I going to handle this? And then you feel all that fear and anxiety rushing up. And we can, how do we let that go? And how do we come back to the moment, come back to peace? Here's one way. It's to focus on your 5 senses, because you can't focus on obsessive thoughts of worry about the future and focus simultaneously about what you can see, hear, taste, smell, and touch. So I'd love to do this just in real time, just to give you guys an actual experience of it. So let's begin first with our eyes open. And I invite you to look right around the room. Use your sense of sight. Just notice it. Notice everything, the shadows and the light. You can choose one color, like blue or orange, and count in your mind how many objects you can identify with that one color in the room right now. Okay, now close your eyes. Deeply breathe in, invoking the sense of smell. Still, with your eyes closed, invoke the sense of sound. What sounds are coming from inside the room that you're in? And what are the sounds coming from outside the room that you're in? And still, with your eyes closed, invoke the sense of taste. Gently run your tongue along your teeth and swallow. And finally, touch. Notice the way the air feels on your face, the way the clothing feels on your body, and notice how you are breathing. How on the exhale through your nose. Is it warm? Inhale through your nose. Is it cool? And when you're ready, open your eyes. So now you can feel that very subtle shift of peace, a stillness and a centeredness. And so I ask you this question again. During the 5 senses check-in, did you worry about the future or regret the past? Yes or no? No, 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 no. And see, so you can imagine practically when you use this tool, So you know that we've all woken up at 4 a.m. writing, producing, and directing that horror movie starring you, right? And why is it always at 4 a.m.? It's like clockwork. It's crazy. So you can do this. You can smell the sheets. You can listen to the crickets, right? You can feel the softness and you can count the objects in the room. And if it's really bad, go outside. Look at the stars, feel the bark on a tree, feel the ground between your toes, smell a flower. Do all these things to get back into the moment. You can do this in the middle of a workday. Perhaps you've had something really frustrating happen, or you're feeling overwhelmed because you don't have enough time in the day. Sometimes if we stop and we actually do some of these mindfulness tools, we can expand. If we're moving through our day and we're frazzled, we're feeling scarcity of time, we're not feeling our best, and it's actually harder to get things done. But when we're feeling centered and grounded and balanced, things happen with greater ease. And so if you hear yourself saying, I don't have time today to do this, what you actually want to do is just in your beingness, find calm. When you're calm, you can get more done in less time. Tool number 2. This is the tool called the Calm Palm. It's an anchoring tool. And you do it by focusing just on your hand, and this can get you out of your head. So if you also have any children at home, this is a great tool for them. So what you do is you take your hand, and everybody join me, take your non-dominant hand and put it in front of your face and just anchor into your hand. Think about your hand. Notice your hand, notice the lines or the veins and the color of your hand. And now take your dominant hand with your pointer finger. Begin at the bottom of your thumb and gently stroke up. And breathe in, 1. Breathe out, 2. Deep breaths and go up, 3. Down, 4. Up, 5. Down, 6. Up, 7. Down, 8. Up, 9. Down, 10. This is something you could do even under your desk. This is what you could do at 4 a.m. and hopefully you can fall back asleep. Tool number 3, meditation. So I'm curious to know what your level of meditation is. You might have never meditated at all, or you might have a consistent practice. But what I'm going to do right now is speak a little more just to the beginners. And so I know there are some fallacies about meditation. And one is that your thoughts are going to stop when you meditate. And you may have tried maybe one time in your life to meditate. And we call it the monkey mind because it doesn't stop the monkey mind. And you would not stop talking. Hang on, somebody's joined oh my gosh, a couple people have joined. Wow, welcome, welcome, welcome. Monica, I'm so happy that you're here. Don't worry about it. I'm going to send you all the tools. I'm going to send you the PowerPoint, and I'm going to send you the slides. So whatever you missed, you can go over it. I'm welcome to, and I'm going to send it all to you. So we're talking about meditation, and everybody thinks that during meditation, you're supposed to have no thoughts. That really doesn't happen for anybody except for monks and maybe Buddha. So you have something that doesn't stop talking. You know, you might have started to try to meditate and you couldn't focus and you said, forget it, this isn't for me. But what I want to say to you is that your thoughts do not stop you when you meditate. They don't stop. It's simply a practice to help you take control of those thoughts and to not allow all these thoughts to run you. So they're like stampeding horses, their thoughts, right? They're just running around and around in your mind. And when you meditate, your whole goal the whole time is to rein in those thoughts, those horses, just to slow them down and calm them down. You know, you listen to thought and you say, thought, I hear you, but let's quiet down. I'm just focusing on peace, on quiet, on calm. So I always look at meditation kind of like my mind, taking my mind to the brain gym, right? So we take our bodies to the gym, not as much as I'd like, but we should. So why don't we take our brains to the gym? The Mayo Clinic is now prescribing 15 minutes of meditation every day. They find that 15 minutes of meditation every day, it can prevent heart disease, cancer, it can slow down Alzheimer's. It has enormous amounts of health benefits because it raises the happy hormone, serotonin, and it lowers cortisol. Cortisol is our stress hormone. And in turn, it helps to alleviate depression and anxiety. And so we have our own pharmacy that lives inside of us all. We all have incredible ways to lift us up. The serotonin, and many of us reach right for anti-anxiety medication, for Ambien, for binging Netflix, for surfing the internet. I mean, there's so many ways to distract us from the pain. When all the while, if we tune in inside instead of outside, we can actually generate our own medicine. And so this course helps you to generate your own medicine. And this hour is, you're going to generate your own medicine. You're going to find peace and calm. And so, of course, there's times when medication is appropriate. But we can actually use mindfulness and meditation tools to work with our anxiety. So what I want to do is introduce to you a few different types of meditation. And when I do the 8-week Clarity Catalyst course, we actually open up every session with a guided meditation. And so first, I want you to feel relaxed now. And what you do is actually take your thumb and move it through different acupressure points on your fingers. So here it goes. And just say, while you're doing this, I feel relaxed. I feel relaxed. Breathe in and breathe out and just say, I feel relaxed. You can do this under your desk. You do this anytime. This is the one I do all day long. I also say to myself, here, now, here, now. I do this many times a day. So anytime you start to feel stressed, just for one moment, say, here, now, and you can feel it. It can just take away that anxiety, that fear, and that frustration. It can take how you're feeling down from maybe a 10 to a 2. So just try it out whenever you need to. Even when you're on the job, you can take yourself just for a few minutes to the brain gym. So think of it as a bicep curl, right? Here, now. So there comes a thought. Your job is to let that thought go. Don't let it go for more than one sentence, and bring yourself back to here and now. Here comes the thought again. Listen to it, let it go. Come back to here and now. Don't let it go for more than one sentence. And what you're going to find is it's not that all this magic happens in the middle of your meditation practice. It actually happens outside of your meditation practice. So all of a sudden you're at work and something comes by you, right? And you want to react. This is something that causes you to want to react. You feel yourself doing some deep dive. Oh my God, here I go. I'm getting thrown off kilter, right? And you can feel your reaction. You can feel your reaction bubbling up. But because you go to the mind gym now, and you were just at the mind gym this morning or for 2 minutes during your lunch break, you have a capacity to just take a little moment, take a space, give yourself the space to notice your thoughts. Notice from here and say, wow, Whatever just happened to me is causing me to feel a lot of frustration and anger. I am feeling reactive. Is this going to serve me in this conversation? No? Okay. Let me let it go. Let me breathe for 5 minutes before I respond to this. Let me take a moment to myself to make space for myself, which I deserve and I have, instead of reacting. You know, there's another meditation where you do 3 breaths in, hold your breath for 3 breaths, and then you exhale for 3 breaths. So let's just do this one together. So go ahead, find a comfortable position. Perhaps you're in your chair, plant your 2 feet on the floor. And what I want you to do is put your hands down on your lap, put them up for receiving the good energy of the universe. And close your eyes and just check in with the intuition. Listen to your intuition. Do you need grounding today, or do you want to be more open for receiving? Maybe you're ready to receive some wisdom, a new idea. Now, with your eyes closed, feel a golden string pulling you skyward. Gently place your tongue on the back of your 2 front teeth and begin to breathe all the way in, counting to 3. Hold for 3 and exhale out your nose for 3. Inhale for 3. Hold for 3 and exhale for 3. You can do this on your own for one more round. And come back and open your eyes. That, my friends, is meditation. It is so simple. Doesn't have to be hard. And you can do it for 1 minute. You can do it for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Maybe on a Saturday morning, you could try it for 30 minutes. It's your practice. You can make it your own, but it's going to the gym. We're not going to walk into the gym one time and come out with a 10 body. Oh, how I wish, right? And we're not going to meditate once and come out with some sharp, laser focused 10 mind. If we just meditate once, like everything, when we are connected, we start to see tremendous results. And you will begin to see clarity, creativity arise, innovation. You're going to be calmer, and you're going to find that you're moving through your life, moving through the world much more grounded. And you'll find a peace of mind there. And you will respond in a calm manner. And you're going to react a lot less to any kind of disturbing area of your life. You're going to have peace. And the whole thing is to have peace. We want to always try to strive for peace and be in the space where peace lives. So for some of us, sitting and doing this practice is total torture. And for some of you can't sit still, and I'm included. I have a lot of trouble sitting still. So for me, a lot of times what I do is a walking meditation, or I'm a runner and I do a running meditation, right? You can do yoga, that's a moving meditation. So whenever you're walking, you could walk around the block, you could walk around your house or your apartment. Imagine your feet, right? You're just saying very slowly, here, now, here, now. And when a thought comes in again, you don't let it go more than once, more than one sentence, a negative, scary thought. And you don't take a step unless you're in the moment, and you continue to be here now. And you find yourself at a slower pace. Your eyes could be gazed down, and simply do this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And that, my friends, is a moving meditation. Tool number 4. I love this one, reflective writing. I really don't know how we can make sense of all the craziness that's going around and around and around. It goes around inside of our heads. So it's like I have a clear glass, right? Imagine you have a clear glass here. And imagine I dumped dirt and some sand into it and mixed it all up. That's our brain. It's our brain all day long. It's negative self-talk, the worry about the future, the regretting the past. It never stops, especially for me. But when we can meditate and when we write it all down and we get it all out onto a piece of paper, what becomes cloudy, it settles down, it settles to the bottom, and the dirt and the sand, it becomes clear. So sometimes taking out all those thoughts and just releasing all your thoughts onto a paper, don't think, just put them all on there. Release the thoughts you have onto the page. That will give you an enormous peace of mind. And if you've ever been on your way home and you've got this to-do list, a shopping list, and it's kind of running and running around in your head, just put it down on a piece of paper. And what happens? You stop thinking about it, right? So the same thing with reflective writing. It is such a great practice. Another name for it is journaling. So just put it in your notebook. You could have it on your nightstand. I have a place in my phone that I journal just to get it out. I have both a journal section and my to-do list section. So just take out your mental garbage, take it out, take a few minutes and write it all out. And when you write it all out on yourself, don't have any expectations on what you're saying and don't have any judgments on yourself. Just spill it out onto the paper. And in the beginning, it might be your crazy dream. It might be what you're fearful of. It could be your to-do list. It could be what you're worried about. But over time, as a practice, when you write it down and you spit it out onto the paper, you will see a pearl of wisdom. You will find a dollop of creativity, a new idea and innovation, and new things will start to spring out upon the page, because you've carved out the time for it. This is tool number 5, evoking the intuition. This is a practice which a lot of us do in the 8-week Clarity Catalyst classes. We use the power of asking ourselves questions to pull out our own inner wisdom, our own intuition. And many times we're at a crossroads and we don't know what to do. So we take a poll. We ask our best friend, we ask our coworker, what should I do? What should I do? And we ask our partner, what do you think I should do? Maybe we ask our mom, what do you think I should do? And we get 3 different answers and we still don't know who to listen to. So this is the best tool. We all have a GPS inside of our soul. It's our intuition. It's our internal tracker. It is always right. We have all the answers and they're inside of us. So instead of tuning out, what you want to do is you want to tune in. This is a tool that we use during week 4 of the Clarity Catalyst, which is all about using powerful questions to invoke our own intuition, which according to science is mistake-free. So I want you to all think of an issue that you're having. And we're not going to be sharing this. It's totally just for you. It could be an issue you're having personally with your partner, with your child, with virtual learning, with your job. It could be an issue you're having because you're feeling isolated and alone and depressed. Maybe it's an issue you're having with being exhausted or overwhelmed. Just pick an issue. And right now, the beauty of this tool is that you can use it again and again and again with multiple issues. And I'm going to be gifting this to you so that you have it anytime when you're not sure what to do and you don't want to take the poll. Powerful questions. So what we're going to do is it's a writing exercise. And it's going to go on for 4 minutes. So I'm going to ask you guys to get some paper and a pen. And what we're going to do is a stream of consciousness. Ponder and think what we're going to write. And I want to let you know that sometimes the real wisdom comes after you've answered all these questions, which is why I'm going to give you 4 minutes to answer all 6 questions. Now you might be done in 3 minutes, but just keep writing. And like I said, a lot of the wisdom comes after you've answered these questions. And this is a tool that you can use again and again and again. So if you're driving or if you're busy and you don't have time to do it right now, that's okay. But I'm gonna give you guys the time to do it. And if you're that's not available to you, just breathe for the 3 minutes. So I want you guys to come up with the one question that's sitting on your heart the heaviest, and you just want to clear it right now. It's taking up precious space in this beautiful brain of yours, and you're going to clear it. So I'm going to start my timer for 4 minutes and take the one issue, and then work through all of these 6 questions. And like I said, keep writing. Even if I haven't said it's time, I'm going to start the timer right now, and I want you to begin to answer these questions for yourself. We're not going to be sharing it with anybody. Okay, I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes. Okay, so we have 1 minute left. Again, if you've answered all the questions, continue to write and start finishing that last one sentence or 2 up. Okay, it's time. All right. So I'm hoping that whenever you do this exercise, and you could do it anytime, whenever you have a question, maybe you had more questions, maybe you got clarity. Hopefully now you know what you need to do. Just hopefully you got more awareness, motivation, setting goals, prioritizing, and patience with yourself, feeling relieved, a weight lifted, clarity on the next steps of the problem, letting go, accountability, more questions, clearing your mind, clarity. Great, right? These are 6 simple questions you can always ask yourself. They're very powerful. They can take such a weight off of yourself. And you want to clear space, clear the cloudiness. And you could use this tool again and again and again with work-related issues, with personal issues. I keep this question sheet in the back of my journal. And so I have them folded up. So whenever you're at a crossroads and you just don't know what to do about something, and you don't want to go into stressing, obsessive thinking, Just deal with the issue. Just try to get your solution. I'll use this question handout, and immediately I have an answer. In the class, we give 4 different question handouts, and I'm going to send those to you too, Monica. And Carlia, she's in my class, so she has them. She's going to actually get them at the end of class. And I pull these out all the time. There's 4 different ones, and they help you with relationships, with work, and you can answer all these questions, and they help to solve your problems. They're amazing tools. So backing up to at 4 a.m. when you're writing and producing and directing that horror movie starring us that we've all been known to do, what you do is you can't fall back asleep. So you use the power of questions. First, you stop and you notice, wow, I am creating this scenario that may or may not ever happen. And what's happening? Physiology is kicking in, right? We get this worrisome scenario and our body starts to sweat and panic because we don't know the difference between imagined reality and the reality that we are actually okay. We're actually home safe in our beds. So what we do unknowingly is we trigger our sympathetic nervous system, which is fight or flight, right? So we're there at 4 a.m, our heart's beating, our hands are sweating, our knees are shaking, and we're having a little bit of a panic attack. We can't go back to sleep. So what we want to do is we want to move from the sympathetic nervous system and go into the parasympathetic nervous system. And it's amazing that we can actually have the control of our own nervous systems. So the parasympathetic nervous system is that rest and reset. So the first thing you want to do is notice the scenario that you are painting in your mind and say to yourself, what am I worried about? Is it 100% definitely going to happen? The fact is we don't have a crystal ball, and the answer is probably, I don't know. So how many times have we all thought about the worst? And it's never happened, right? Pretty much most of the time, almost all the time. And so just get present to the fact that I don't know what's going to happen, and just let it go. Let it go. And the next question is number 2. In this moment, you ask yourself, am I safe? Am I okay? And you look around the room and there is not a saber-toothed lion lunging at you into your bed. And you say, yes, I'm okay. And the third question is there anything I could do about it in this very moment? And if there is, go do it. Maybe not that second, but write down what you need to do, because action is the antidote to anxiety. So at 4 a.m, there's, not a lot you can do, but you can do the 5 senses check-in. You can do the calm palm, and you can say, I feel relaxed now. I feel relaxed now. You can breathe. You can say, here, now. I do that all the time. You can do a walking meditation outside. You can journal all your thoughts. You now, after just listening to me now for 43 minutes, you have tool after tool. And probably after you do a couple of these tools, you can fall back asleep. Tool number 7. Another thing that I know you're all experiencing now is Zoom fatigue or some kind of fatigue. It's wonderful that we all have this connection, but electronics are constantly just coming at us. And it is our responsibility to take breaks it can be a 1-minute break. And then you could go back. Just take time to walk around your neighborhood, your house, your apartment. Look for one color like yellow. And just think about that color, because you don't want to be on your walk thinking about work or something else that's stressing you out. Allow yourself to be present. Just notice the colors. Find the color yellow as you walk around, and then go back to your work. You can also stand up. I love this one. And just shake your body nonstop for 1 minute. Just shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Animals do this. They actually do this when they feel fear and anxiety. Did you ever see your dog just shake it off? They shake off their fear. That's what they're actually doing. So just stand up and just shake it out. Shake every part of your body for 60 seconds and then come back in. Tool number 8. Take some time to stretch. Breathe in, breathe out, switch sides, breathe in and breathe out. Just stretch it all out and let out a big sigh. Ah, it's good for the soul. This isn't one of the tools. Just go in your car and scream. Do whatever you need to do. Just let it out. It's good for the soul. Breathe in. If you guys are doing this in the class, just make sure you're muted. One of my all-time favorite things to do is just put on a song that puts you in such a good mood that you just want to dance around the room with wild abandon. Have fun with it. These tools are called state changes. They're changing your state of mind. So if you've had a really long day, you can do these tools whenever you have a break. Stand up and shake, listen to your favorite song, do stretches. I have a yoga mat at work. I'll put it down and I'll go on YouTube and find however much time I have, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'll do that. I'll just do a little stretch. So have fun, and you can teach this to your family, to your children. Have fun with everything I've taught you today. If you have children, please share these tools with them. There's another great thing you could do is just to set the scene, right? Clear your space, have a good smelling space, have a clean space in your home. So we're going to have you come back and think about your home. You could just light a beautiful candle. You can have some fresh flowers. You could just cut some weeds out from your walk and put those in a vase. Just spray some things, the scent that you like, it'll help you. I have it in my car. I have it in my house. Just breathe in and breathe out. There was a team of nurses, and they actually did a study where they watched their patients' vitals, and they watched their anxiety levels on the computer screens when they tried different combinations of aromatherapy. And the specific one that they saw with their own eyes that took away their patient's anxiety is the one on my slide. So write that down in case you want to buy that as a gift for yourself. So if you have a diffuser, you could put a few drops of lavender, chamomile, bergamot, and ylang-ylang. I can't pronounce that. These 4 combined have been shown in a study to decrease anxiety. Again, you could put in a spray bottle. You can spray your sheets before you go to sleep. It's a little gift for yourself. Tool number 9. This is my favorite tool. Okay, all these tools, everything is my favorite. This is my top favorite. I use it every day. It's called worry time. Here's the trick. You get up in the morning, you're worried, right? It could be something, maybe a test result you're waiting for. What I recommend is you set your alarm for about whatever time you want, 7:30 or 8 as an event, and it says worry time. So now you're going throughout the day, right? And all of a sudden, whoosh, you start to worry, but you go, oh, no, I can't do it right now because it's not worry time. And then later you're cooking dinner and all of a sudden, whoosh, you start to worry, you start to panic. No, I can't do it now because it's not worry time. So at 8 o'clock, when your phone goes off and it says worry time, now you have 30 minutes where you're allowed to worry. You gifted yourself that 30 minutes to worry, but here's what's going to happen. You are going to start laughing hysterically because of the absurdity of just sitting down to worry. And I guarantee you that probably whatever you were worried about in the morning, it's washed away and it's no longer there. And you have saved yourself an entire day of worry. So those are my tools, you guys. I have finished it up. If you have any questions, you can chime in. You can unmute yourself, and if not, I'm going to send you all these tools. I'm going to send you the 4 questions worksheets that we talked about. And if you have any questions, you can make an appointment with me on my website, clarityisthekey.com. I'm happy to talk to you about all of these tools. And I'm looking forward to you having a happy, healthier, and more productive life, and try to be in the moment where peace lives. Namaste. Love to all of you. Have a good day.